Yo, morning guys. Right, we are back at the EICR repair job. So what we are doing is I'm actually going to change the board today. So we have got my supplies on here, our TN CS system. So luckily enough, I've actually got a mains isolator, which is great news, and so that helps me out. So as always, we have got our fuse box consumer unit going in, full RCBO unit, which is going to be replacing this little bad boy. So the rest of the lads are cracking on with other bits and bobs. We've got Aaron's here getting on with some plumbing. Jack is going to be getting on with a hob supply because he's just going to whip that unit down and redo all that, as I explained in a previous video. And the rest of the lads are outside doing a load of fascia and stuff like that. So if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Links in the corner, one of these corners down there, and let's get stuck into the video. Right, so we're going to isolate all the power off now, which everyone's going to start complaining at me, which is usually the way. And then we'll go out here and sort this out here. Usually when you've got a load of other lads working, then they will complain because you have killed all the power. So it's roughly after about 30 minutes of you getting stuck in. So in here you've got your rotary isolator, and that should, in theory, have isolated that supply off. So what I always do is obviously put that back on, keep that meter cupboard shut on there, and then you can make sure you're nice and safe. You can also do other things to make sure that is nice and safe, but then you're going to prove it's dead up here on there. But like I say, it's only us here, so I don't need to worry too much about all that. But Jack's nicked my steps, so I'm gonna have to go to the van and get mine now, because he's a big bleeder. Big bleeder. You turn your back, 2 seconds. Right. Firstly, I would like to apologise to everyone that the van tour video has not gone up. Okay, full disclaimer, I've been mental busy and every time I've gone to do it, it's absolutely hammered it down. So you can have a little sneak preview. Look, it will be coming. I do keep saying that it will come, but every time I've planned to do it, it's absolutely been lashing it down, and I'm not doing that because it's going to do my nut in, and I'm not going to put the effort in. So, right, let me get set up and we'll go through the isolation. Right, I just thought I'd just point out that, well, I mean, you can do other things to isolate it, which meaning this. So I've took the tails out, so there's no supply going through, just in case some absolute muppet decides to come in, go, I'm going to turn that on in there. Why on earth they'd do that, I don't know. But so they're off, tails are out, no possible way of them being connected back up without me knowing. So just thought I'd show you that, because I don't want people going, well, you've not really disconnected it, have you? Well, I have. Right, so as you can see, it's a bit of a mess in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm carrying out a safe isolation on here, so we're all good. I just need to now, so what the plan is for me at the minute, I'm going to whip all these out, but I'm going to mark each one of these line conductors with corresponding on here. So I'll write on here, like, well, see on the top, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 or whatever, and then do the corresponding, so I know what's come out of there matches up to this one. And then with doing that, I can then get it all off, straighten all my cables out, and then plan on which way I'm going to go about installing that. That's going to be the key. But like I say, I need to get cracking on it because people are going to want power on. So I'm going to set you up on time lapse while I do that. Today's video is sponsored by Tradify. For those of you who don't know, Tradify it's a job management software that you can use on your phone, your iPad, your other, it doesn't have to be Apple or any Android device, and you can PC. But yeah, we use it for all of our jobs, so from quoting, sending out your estimates, invoicing, the lot. You can also sort out your diaries through it, run the company through it, and it is wicked. Genuinely, we've been using it now for well over a year and it's brilliant. Everyone I recommend it to have always come back to me and gone, yeah, cheers for the heads up for that, because it was really good. 14-day free trial. I'll put the link below in the description. If you use the promo code GHawk50, you will be getting 50% off for the first 3 months. But yeah, go and give them a try. You will not regret it. So let's get back into the video. It's front open, I think. Right, so as you see, just took all the board off. Okay, so labelled it all up, and there's actually a stud all the way across here. And what they've done, which is a bit stupid really, but what they've done, they've drilled multiple holes across the top. Okay, fine. But then I've got my live meter tail over this end and my neutral at the other end, and it's the same here. I've got circuit number 6 here, it's come through one hole, and circuit number 6 has come through another one further down. So it's a bit stupid really, so that's probably why it was such a mess, because it's all they're all crossing over each other and it's a right old dog's dinner really. So what Jack's gone to do now, he's gone to get out to the van, he's gone to get the radios, and he's going to jump into the loft directly above here, and then we're going to pull these up and line them all up so they all work. So it's a bit more of a headache, but ultimately it will actually save me time in the long run. It's just a better job really doing that. So yeah, so that's the plan, that's what we're up to. So what I'll do, I'll wait till Jack's in the loft and then I'll show you how we communicate. Right, Jack's above my head. Hopefully he stays on the joists and doesn't come through, because if not, it'll make a very good video though. Right, so we've just got some cheap radios from Amazon. Other retailers are available. Right, Jack, can you see that meter tail, the live one, which is actually that one?
Yeah.
That needs to go in with the other neutral. So if you pull that one out. You can pull that 16mm earth out and then put that in the hole that you just, that one, yeah. For effect, it's coming down. Okay, got you mate, that's fine.
There's a bit more slack on it.
Okay, no worries.
And that earth, do you want that where I've just pulled that live meter tail from?
That's the fella, if you don't mind. Bullseye. Okay, Jack, I'm going to rattle one of the cables and see if you can see it.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, all the way to you, mate. Okay, I'm going to rattle another cable and see, and I need you to put it down that hole. If you bear with me, you see there's some 1mm that comes down in that hole. I'm just going to disconnect the CPCs, and then you can pull that one out then.
Yeah, right. I'm just going to tape this other one up.
Okay mate, you can pull that 1mm out as well whenever you're ready.
This one?
Yeah. Not yet, mate. Yeah, it's coming down now, mate.
Yeah.
I think what we'll do, we'll feed our new ones down that hole, because I think that'll be the best way.
I agree.
If it's any consolation, my calf is very sore on here. I think you've got the best deal up there in the loft.
The backside is also very sore.
You're supposed to be pushing cables through, not messing with your backside.
You got me.
Yeah, got it, mate. I've got enough here to wire up next door. We've just got the 6mm to do then after that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not up here, is it?
No, that's not up here yet. We'll run that so we know the length on it, and then I'll feed it in and I'll get this board mounted then.
Do you want me to come down?
Yeah, treat you. Right, so you can see on there, that's the arrangement now. Getting those in, so we'll, like I said, we'll get that 6mm ran and just drop it in, because then I can get that board mounted in one go, make life a lot easier. So, and I'm sure Jack won't mind coming down out of the loft. Right, board's mounted up. So on there, what I've done, I just put a bit of tape round just to bring my cables through a lot easier. When you're doing that, just leave a bit of excess there and just make it into a bit of a ball so it's easier to take off. I've got those meter tails in. Next one's for me is I'm going to get my my earths in, get them up here, and then I'm going to put all my RCBOs in. Put all my supplies for that, like the hob that Jack's doing, and my new feeds for the extension, are all in. But what I'm going to do is going to bring them across here and leave them for now, because obviously we're not at that stage yet. So we're ready for plastering. So, like I say, I'll get those untaped, I'll get those earths, and I'll show you how I'll go about putting the RCBOs in. So the best way I found putting these RCBOs in is click them over this side, then drop your flying lead down the back there, and then bring it down the back of this one, your tails, and then up. And as you're sliding that across, it doesn't put any strain on it, and it all just loops behind the DIN rail. That's what I've sort of planning on doing. I found that the best way for me to do that. The other thing to do is I use a bit of a cardboard, as we all do, and write on what I need supplying where, just so I can get all of my RCBOs in first, and then I can start dressing the cables in. Problem is with this, the cables aren't massively long, so I'll try and make the best of the situation, and yeah, I'll put you on time lapse as I crack on with it. So as you can see there, bringing all the cables through, you get sort of the gist of it. These CPCs are quite short, so it's just dressing them in nicely, or as nice as I can. So these might be a little bit longer than what I'd usually have, but it's trying to manage the best of a bad situation really on there. So what I'll do is I'll whip through the rest of those, and then I'll catch up with you once I've got that all the rest of those in place. And then I like to say it might be completely different by the time I come back. I might have shortened all these up, who knows. So the board's on now, just got to energise it all up. So these tails here, that's the one that Jack's basically working on the other end of, sorting out for the hob, and these are my supplies for the new extension. So radials going in, as you can clearly see on there. So yeah, pretty much sorted. It's really important to make sure that you use your Torx screwdriver to Torx all them up. On top of here you'll see, if you can sit there, so you've got like 2.5 newtons on there, 1.2, and then you just rattle through and do all those on there. So yeah, like I say, so I'll get this all energised up now because everyone wants brew and getting moaned at. Right, so power's all back on now, all tested out. So there's the finish. So these two here, these two are actually for the new supplies, and then I've got to put another 6 amp RCBO in there for the extension. Yeah, so I haven't put the dates on yet because I'm going to sign it all off in one go when it's completed with these, which will be very soon, and also that it's actually run out as well. So me and Jack have had a bit of a game trying to sort some other bits out. So yes, so it's been I'd like to say I've enjoyed it, but I haven't enjoyed this one. It's been a bit of a pain in the arse. Jack's been in the loft, didn't you, mate? Yeah. Trying to, because like I say, I've just been moaning about it on Instagram. When we've moved more and more stuff in the loft, we're finding more and more problems. We're trying to go through those, and then like when Jack separated the hob off, which I'll tell you what, I'll just show you now, where Jack's got under this, then obviously because it was linked into here. Right, the battery died again. So yeah, so what it was, nightmare. So you got, I almost get a bit stressed today, so basically, when Jack was trying to disconnect the cooker from the hob because he's put a new supply in, all the actual dry liners keep breaking. It was like that when we were fault finding throughout the rest of the house. So it was actually nightmare, Steve. Nightmare. Yeah, so I wasn't very happy, as you can gather. So yeah, so that's it. We are done for today. I think what me and Jack are going to do tomorrow, there's a little bit of first fix, because the problem is when you've got loads of lads here that want power all the day, and the customers, to be fair, because they've been cold, it just adds that level of stress and tension, which is not what I like. So yes, so that's why it's took a bit longer than what I expected. So yes, we've got a little bit more fault finding to do on some other circuits, which well, it's just little bits in the loft that we need to sort out and remove some of the stuff. So yeah, so that's us. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you hit the thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the link in the corner to subscribe to the channel and help me grow. Like I say, I'm trying to, not far off from 10k now, but getting there. So for everyone who has already subscribed, thank you very much, really do appreciate it. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Cheers guys.